Hello everyone. Welcome to BST African Electronic Surgery. It is still Wednesday, one day to go to the next month, which is September. So we have to fix. This is a job which is coming in from one of our customer, and the laptop came in as no power. It's not doing anything. This is a Dell Inspiron 15-3000 series, if I do remember. Dual core. So the charger is plugged. You can see the light on the Dell laptops is very easy. You do have the light. That light indicates that the charger is working fine. So let's check the charger voltage. Volts. You can see on the screen 19.85. So our charger is good. So the next step, we do have a charging port here. You see this charging port. Plug in the power. Pay attention to the light on the charger. This light. Plug in the charger. The light goes off. So we have an interesting fault. There's no light anymore. So in order to get this light back, we have to unplug the charger, plug it back, and we now have light. Plug 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 in the charger, the light goes off. Let me explain few things. 1 second. Let me explain few things. We have the 19 volts DC in from the charging port. We have those two MOSFETs which are acting exactly as the switches, M to the power 1, M to the power 2. After that, we do have the current sensor, very low ohms current resistor, probably around 0.5 ohms to 0.9 ohms, somewhere there. So after the current sensor, that's the VCC point, our voltage is going everywhere. What do we have? We have a bunch of power supplies. We have the 3.3 volts power supply. We have what do we have? We have the 3.3 volts power supply. We have the 5 volts power supply. We have the 1 volts for probably for the GPU. This one for the USBs, hard drive, for the startup chip, PCH, and 1.2 volts for the processor or CPU. And main power supply is 1.5 volts power supply for the RAM memory. So our 19 volts is passing from the first, second MOSFET's current sensor, and from there the voltage is going all over the motherboard. We have so many power supply, 3.3 power supply, 5 volts, 1.5, and the other power supplies. So if the charger, I plug the charger and goes off, that means short to ground. Okay? Either one of these power supplies is shorted to ground. Can be a capacitor. You might like to be a capacitor or a MOSFET or a chip or in worst cases, even if the 3.3 volts always on is shorted to ground, you see here on the current sensor we have a short to ground. So we have to get inside the laptop and try to find out the problem. So let me take out the battery. We have to find the problem. We do have to find the problem. So let's get inside the laptop quickly. Let's get inside the laptop quickly. So we have the hard drive. We have few components here. Let's see. Hard drive, that's the PCH. We do have the BIOS chip here. Let's check on pin number 8 of the BIOS to ground. This is pin number 8. Pin number 8 looks fine. Okay. Now this is DDR2, DDR3 RAM memory. Okay. There's something weird here. Maybe you can see. We have the RAM. This is the PCH. That's the BIOS. I checked on pin number 8. There is not shorted. And here we have this coil and this MOSFET. And we have some capacitors. Check those capacitors. Maybe you can see. Let's go under microscope quickly. So let's see what's going on under microscope. Let's see what's going on under microscope. I have a suspect there. What do you think about this? This is a power supply. We have a coil. I don't know if this is a RAM power supply or not, but we have this coil. Then we have those capacitor. Look there, that capacitor looks weird. 7408. That's a channel N MOSFET, and that's the BIOS win bond. So on the BIOS, what are we checking on the BIOS? On the BIOS, we are checking on pin number 8 to be not being shorted. We'll go back to those capacitors. They looks weird, but we just want to check. Pin number 4 is ground, but pin number 8 is not beeping to ground. So our problem, the 3.3 looks fine, but here check that capacitor. This capacitor looks weird. I think we don't need to test anything here. Let's take down the capacitor. Let's take down the capacitor quickly. Or before taking down the capacitor, okay, let's check for those capacitor for short. I'm sure they are shorted. 0, 0. So the capacitor is shorted. That's clear. Let's take down the capacitor. Our capacitor is out. On the previous video about a shorted motherboard, I took down the capacitor and he never replaced it. Why? Because on every power supply we have a capacitors, and what they are doing, they are preventing, they are smoothing the DC into the power supply, because on the one side is 19 volts, the other side is ground. We have a lot of spikes there from the VCC point. So what those capacitors they are doing, they are smoothing the 19 volts into the power supply. So even if I don't replace the MOSFET, the capacitor, on the next power supply, we still have same capacitors. But today, let's replace that capacitor. Today I want to replace the capacitor. I don't want to do shortcuts. Oh, we forget to check the for short. Do we still have a shorted? Do we still have a short? There's no more short anymore. You see? So it seems we are lucky if we don't have 2 volts, 2 volts. Let's replace the capacitor. Let's replace the capacitor. Let's replace the capacitor. That's that's okay. That's all what we have to do. That's all what we have to do. Let's clean up. A little bit of flux. Flux is also a good insulator, so let's leave it like that and see if the laptop is now working or we have a secondary fault. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see now. Let's see now. Where's my charger? Oh, I need to disconnect the charger and plug it back. Charger, we have light. Let's plug in here. And the light is now staying on. That's a good sign. Do you now have a working laptop? Lights. We have some beeps. It's possible that those beeps, we might have some fault RAM here. It's very possible. It's very possible. On. The light is now on, but we still have some beeps. On. Let me look for a different RAM memory and then we test. So let's see now. I came with this different RAM memory. Where's the charger? Plug in the charger. Power on the laptop. I can see some lights here. And it's still beeping, nothing on the screen. Okay. I knew it at the beginning that on Dell laptops it's very hard, especially this model, to find like one fault. Let's swap the RAM memory with another one. On. Still beeps. Still nothing on the screen. Let's test for the last one. The last one. On. Yeah, the laptop is still on. To confirm that, I want to check the RAM voltage. Because if this laptop is on, we must have 1 point something volts for the RAM. Check on the screen, 1.54. So do you have voltage? 3.3 is on. So what I will do on this point, let's pay attention to the number of beeps. Let's unplug here. The next step, let's pay attention to the number of beeps. It's very important to know how many beeps are we getting here. On. Let's wait. 1. I lost the count. So we're getting like 5 beeps. 5 beeps. What does that mean? 5 beeps. Dell Inspiron 15 3000 series. 5 beeps. No display. Dell do indicate 5 beeps on that laptop, indicates that CMOS battery needs to be replaced. Okay. CMOS battery. It's all about CMOS battery. It's all about CMOS battery. You see here, Dell indicates 5 beeps, indicates CMOS battery needs to be replaced. Replace the CMOS battery. Okay. I didn't know that. It's good to know. Replace CMOS battery. Why? Let's check the voltage on the CMOS battery. Ground plus 0.23. You see? This battery has got 0 volts. 0.21. I do have some CMOS battery. What about? Let's check this one. What do we have? 3.06. Let's replace the CMOS battery. Let's plug in the charger. Let's power on the machine. On. We still have some beeps. Why? So the internet is lying? Why? Let's unplug this. Let's reset. Let's reset this CMOS. And then after that, we'll see what's going on here. Let's see now. On. It's indicating. Goes off, on. And we have picture. It's working. You see? So the beeps were that was a dead CMOS battery. I can't believe. Where is this CMOS battery? This one, it's got 0 volts. So if you have this model of laptop and you have like 5 beeps, first you replace the CMOS battery. It's loading Windows, you see? That's interesting to know new things. It's loading Windows. So initially, what did we learn from this video? We learned how we are fixing the Dell laptops with short circuit. If you plug in the charger with a light and the light goes off, that means short to ground on Dell laptops. And in our case, that was a shorted capacitor, ceramic capacitor. We replaced the ceramic capacitor, and after that, the laptop was coming on with no display. And pay attention to the beeps. Go to Google. We checked the meaning of 5 beeps, and the Google is saying 5 beeps replace the CMOS battery. We checked the CMOS voltage, and for sure the battery is like highly discharged. And now we have a picture. It's working. Yeah, I see repairing some disk errors, but the good thing, we now have a working laptop. So what can we say? Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and also share our videos to your beloved friends and relatives. Probably, if you are here, you are in the right lane, because we are about to start a serious business fixing things, anything electronic. So see you on the next one. Bye.